And now it's time for Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's talk hookup. For the next 2 hours, join Pete Gray, Rock Cod Rick Mexa, Corey Sandin, and this week's special expert guest for fishing information, new techniques to catch more fish, and the most current scoop on what's happening in the water. Let's Talk Hookup is sponsored in part by Royal Polaris, the world's finest long-range sports fisher. By Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup, and Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. Get ready for the fastest 2 hours on radio with the hosts of Let's Talk Hookup, Pete Gray, Rock Cod Rick Mexa, and Corey Sandin.
Good morning, anglers, and welcome to Let's Talk Hookup. I'm Pete Gray with Corey Sandin. Rock Cod Rick still up in Alaska, and oh, watch out. We have a great show for you today. Captain Harold Davis is here, and Mike Lum from Captain Rollo's Kids at Sea. We're going to be talking some great stuff about a fantastic kids program for taking kids fishing and some fantastic things for you today. So you stay tuned. This is Southern California's Sport Fishing Voice. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the Let's Talk Hookup app and the mightier 1090 ESPN Radio. The future comes standard at your San Diego County Ford dealers, so swing on by and check out the legendary Ford F-150, the smart and capable Ford Ranger, and the all-new Ford Bronco Sport. New inventory is arriving daily, and your San Diego County Ford dealer is here to help you build and order the truck or SUV of your dreams. Want to make sure you get the right truck to tow your boat? They'll help you order the right configuration to meet your needs. Want to make sure you get the right SUV to haul your gear on your next adventure? They've got you covered there too. Escape, Edge, Bronco Sport, Explorer, and Expedition. They've got the SUV that's perfect for you. If it isn't on the lot, they'll order it and get you exactly what you need. They want your trade, so swing by your nearest San Diego County Ford dealer or visit buyfordnow.com to see all the great deals. They'll be glad to hook you up.
You've heard all about it. You know the anglers catching fish have it, so what's holding you back? It's a fact. FishDope.com really does help you catch more fish and burn less fuel. FishDope.com is the only fish finding service with a spotter plane along with a crew of top anglers on the water almost every day that report actual locations and catches. You can get daily catch reports from Point Conception to San Martin Island, 365 days a year. FishDope.com is for everyone, whether you have your own boat, fish on your friend's boat, or a sport boat. FishDope.com has online planning tools, moon phase, tides, hot bite icons, and more. So bottom line is, if you don't have FishDope.com, well, you're probably missing a lot of bites. Membership costs less than $50 of gas, and that's for the entire year. That's right, 1 year. What a bargain. Plus, use the special code to save $20 on a new FishDope.com membership. Check it out today. FishDope.com. Catch more fish, burn less fuel.
There are plenty of boat slips and marinas in San Diego, but there's only one Kona Kai. It's not just a place to park your boat. It's a way of life here in America's finest city. The Kona Kai Resort Spa and Marina has multiple swimming pools and a private beach, waterfront restaurants, and award-winning spa, most of which is included for marina tenants. Check ResortKonakai.com for more information. The Kona Kai Resort, much more than just a place to park your boat.
All right, good morning and welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. And oh my gosh,
We're already laughing here with Harold Davis.
Oh man,
yeah. Welcome, Corey. Great to have you again here. Ricky's still working away up there at the Kingfisher Charters. He and actually Dallas and the baby flew up on Wednesday, and they're hanging out for an extra few days after a fantastic Kingfisher Charters trip, which I'll talk about later in the show. But
sound like a great time.
Yeah, it was a great time. It was the weather. It's all about the weather in Alaska, as we know, Harold, right?
It's all about
the weather, and we hit the weather so
perfectly.
Yes, it was fantastic.
I like that.
And when the weather's good, the fishing's good too. So
yeah, sounds like fun. Can't wait to hear about it.
Yeah, for sure. So great to have you, Corey, and you got out calico fishing this week, right?
Man, the calico fishing, I'm telling you, on our coast here, it's as good as I've ever seen it.
Really?
Yeah, it's just. We're so fortunate to have this in our backyard, seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, whether it's for us, La Jolla or Point Loma, or whether you're up north, I mean, it's
all over.
It's such good fishing. It's
Conditions
incredible.
are right.
A little bit of bait sprinkled around. There was a little bit of bird activity, and I don't know if there's like a sign of barracuda or maybe yellows too.
Yeah,
even.
I heard there was sign of barracuda and
I like
some
that.
sea bass around.
You know what?
Yeah.
It's just, we talk about it every week, Pete. The sign of that anchovy and stuff around, it's just so healthy.
Yeah.
It's the key to life locally.
Yeah.
In a California bite, when you have anchovy, it's just the key to life.
Yeah, and you've seen lots of chovy around.
There's a lot of life.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of sardine, too.
Yeah. That's good.
I mean, come on.
Bring it on. So time to go fishing.
It really
Whether
is.
it be offshore bluefin or calico fishing along the coast or whatever.
I'll tell you, we were talking about 10 years ago when the size limit was different. You could go catch the 10 to 12 inchers like wide open. Right now it's wide open, 13 to 16 inches.
Oh,
like 2-pounders.
Like legit fish.
Legit.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
Oh, that is a good time.
A lot of fun.
You don't have any calicos in Morro Bay, do you?
No, we had a few sand bass show up in the bay during the El Nino.
Yeah.
But that was it.
But what you have is rockfish in 10 feet of water.
Salmon.
We have rockfish.
Rockfish.
As limited as it is now. I mean, we're down to 4 reds and 1 white belly, and then whatever you want to take.
Whatever
on from
else.
there.
But don't you get the blue bass, the blue rockfish, or the blacks boiling?
We get blues and backs and yellows and
But they do. They get on the surface almost like calicos.
Oh yeah, no, they do.
Yeah.
It's just when you can catch a 9-pound red rather than a.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I took Pete up there one time. He's going, "Oh my God, I can't believe it."
Yeah. While we were flying to Kingfisher on Sunday, Steve Pinard from Dana Landing went with me too, and we were flying. It was so clear going up, could see the Point Conception, and I go, "You've got to come up. We got to go up there and have Harold take us rockfish fishing." And as Mike Lum knows, right, Mike? It's pretty fun, right?
It is absolutely fun.
Yeah, it's shallow water, like I think the deepest we got was like 70 feet or something like that, maybe 100. I don't know.
Yeah, we drop off a ledge between 50 and 100, but most of the time we try to stay 60 feet or less. Sometimes the fish move right up into 30 foot and less.
Wow!
And what's really cool about it is you can just release a red and it swims right down. There's no float on them at all.
That's cool. When they're up that shallow, will they get up and boil like the blue rockfish or the blacks, or do they still hunker to the bottom even 30 feet?
If the bait is pushed to the top,
they'll get up boiling?
The reds are under them.
Wow.
So you can run a swim bait right underneath the bait and just nail them. 10 foot down on a crank, they grab it.
Fun stuff.
Can you imagine like getting in there with a right now the first vision is Roy on the RP, anchoring up and chumming up with sardine and getting the reds up going. I can just see it right now.
So, can you imagine? Wow. And the thing is, it's all on plastic, right? Don't need any bait.
Don't need no stinking bait. Right? We don't have any stinking bait.
Speaking of plastic, were they eating the weedless MC?
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
absolutely.
Oh, that's so much fun.
Yeah. I love it, man.
Yeah, that's cool stuff. Well, today we have a very special show today, and we're talking all kinds of fishing because the bluefin are biting, as everybody knows. Yeah. Calicos are biting, rockfish are biting. Everything's biting right now. It is now almost summer. We're like 2 days away from summer. It is now officially a 3 take on white sea bass after the 15th of June. Yeah. So it's kind of when everything starts to happen there. So a lot going on. And Mike Lum, why don't you tell us what the big deal is today from Captain Rollo, Kids at Sea, or Friends of Rollo, whatever you want to call it, as long as you donate money, we don't care.
Right.
Well, we have a couple great opportunities. This is the kickoff of the 2022 Reel a Week giveaway, and Reel a Week has become one of our most popular annual events. It's also the day that Tim Baker hates because he has to handle the sales of all of these tickets. And for those of you that aren't familiar, Reel a Week started a number of years ago, and the manufacturers of the reels, we gather up a quantity of reels. This year, the number is 25 reels. We increased by 5 reels, so we have 25 reels that we're going to be giving away on weekly drawings. And in order to be eligible for these weekly drawings, you buy a ticket for $25, and that ticket stays in the drawings until it becomes a winner or until the program is over. And so you're going to have 25 chances to win with a single $25 ticket. And so each year we come up with some kind of a promotion that makes people get off the seat and call the phone number and buy these tickets. And this year is an exceptional opportunity. Our friends over at Turner's Outdoorsman have been very generous, and they have donated 2 $1,000 gift cards to us, which we are converting into an opportunity to sell more Real Week tickets. And so we're going to do a promotion where starting this morning, if you call Tim, you're going to buy 4 tickets for $100. We're going to give you a 5th ticket for free, and then you're going to be eligible to be one of the winners for one of these $1,000 Turner's gift cards, which we're going to give away Wednesday night. So you have to buy your tickets between today and Wednesday to be eligible for that. And keep in mind, we only sell 1,500 Real Week tickets. So I didn't think about this until yesterday, but we're selling them in $100. We'll sell them individually. If you want to buy a single ticket, you're more than happy to sell you a ticket. But if you want to participate in this program, you buy 4 tickets, it's $100. We're going to give you a 5th one for free. Well, if you do the math on that,
that's
only
through the whole program
people.
Until they're sold out, right?
That's it. It's it. So it's only 300 people. If everybody buys $100, it's it. We're done.
And so
if we do that by
and then you have 25 chances. So I'm not a mathematician, but I think the odds are pretty darn good there to win a reel in that. I mean, and like you said, Harold, you know a lot of people that when they buy tickets, they win reels, right?
Yeah, you can't win without buying them.
Yeah, that's right.
That's a fact.
That's a fact, yeah.
And so I send out a little email blast from my shop, and it's amazing how many of my customers win those things.
Gary White. The Iron Man. Yeah. He wins every year. He buys. In fact, he was up at Kingfisher with us, and he said, "I can't wait for Real Week. I can't wait to buy some tickets."
It's exciting.
It's like you can win. Yeah,
and it's not just the one-time deal. It goes for 25 weeks.
And the reels themselves. You look down the list of reels. I mean, Penn, Shimano, Akuma, Accurate. I mean, Daiwa. I mean, just like top of the line reels. I mean, I haven't even seen one of these Shimano Calcutta Conquest 400. That's like a $600 reel, I think, right?
Wow.
Something like that. I mean, there's a lot of very high-end reels, a lot of Accurate reels and Daiwa reels, high-end stuff, a Penn high-end stuff. So it's not like basic reels. It's nice stuff, and it's top quality stuff. And then the opportunity, thanks to Turner's Outdoorsman, what great, generous people they are there at Turner's Outdoorsman to do this. A $2,000 gift cards to Turner's. So, Mike, let me get this clear. So, somebody buys a box of tickets, a book of tickets for basically 4 tickets. You get the 5th one free. So you buy 5 tickets for $100. You get entered into the drawing for one of the 2 $1,000 Turner gift certificates between now and Wednesday only. That's it. And if you win that $1,000 certificate, is your ticket still in to win the reel?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. This is a separate drawing just for people who buy $100 between now and Wednesday. It's a whole separate deal. So if you're going to have 5 tickets, they're going to go in the bucket for the reels. That's that. And then on Wednesday night, Tim will select the winner of one of those, and that person, well, actually, there'll be 2 people, will be notified that they just won $1,000 gift card. So it's really a great opportunity, thanks to our folks over there at Turner's who really support this cause in a very, very big way all year long. This just happens to be a very visible donation that they made, and we're so appreciative to be able to offer it and to pass it along. And Reel Week is a very popular thing, just like you mentioned, Gary White. That's the reaction of most people we talk to. It's like, when's Reel Week? When's Reel Week? Well, it's all dependent on when we can gather these reels. These reels are donated to us by the industry. And you can imagine what last year was like, trying to get reels donated when there weren't any available on everything. And so last year we had only 20 reels, and they were great reels. But this year, because of the generosity, we have increased it to 25 reels. The tickets are the same price, but you get 25 reels instead of 20.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, Mike, we're going to be giving away $1,000 gift certificate, correct?
2 of them.
Yeah.
And so if one guy has bought 10 tickets and he has a possibility of winning this twice?
Yes, he will have a chance for every $100 ticket. So we do have people annually who typically call and say, I want $500 worth of tickets, which is wonderful. I mean, thank you very much. They would have 5 chances.
So they get 25 tickets with $500, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And they get 5 bonus chances, right?
5 bonus chances.
Till this Wednesday.
I want to kind of underscore this because to me it just hit me in the head last night when I was looking at all this. We're talking 300 people. That's it. Because at $100 a piece, that's what you get out of 1,500 tickets when you're giving away one free. It's 300. It's 300 people if they all buy 100.
And we must remember that all of this money goes to take kids fishing. 100% of the money is going to take kids fishing.
That's it.
That's what every one of our promotions all year long is geared towards, is to take more kids on their first ocean fishing trip. And we're having a very strong year this year, very strong year. We're taking a lot of kids out. The trips have been going very well. And I was just talking to Howard yesterday, and we've still got trip requests coming in. We're trying to accommodate as many as we can. And we're doing a great job this year of getting kids out on the water. And so that's what this money is for, and that's why I know it sometimes probably seems like all we do is ask for money. Well, that's because we have to, because the trips continue to go. And as you know, the trips are more expensive now than they have been. And these kids, you can't tell them, sorry, kids, we're not going to take you this year because gas prices are up. We cannot do that. We just have to raise more money. That's it.
Yeah. And Harold, how many kids has Captain Rollo's Kids at Sea taken fishing? You being the president should have your thumb on these numbers.
Yeah, we kind of do and kind of don't, but I know it's over 140,000.
140,000 kids fishing.
What people don't realize is this organization charters more boats than anybody.
Yeah.
Up and down the coast.
Up and down the coast,
yeah,
correct.
Yeah.
And so we did like 100 charters. How many people charter 100 different boats out of different landings? It's really a business more than anything. Yeah. We have Howard does full-time chartering and organizing of all that stuff. Tim and Mike are full-time coming up with these ideas on gathering up merchandise and creating promotions. It's actually a value to our customers, which is you, the listener, and it creates money for the kids.
Right.
And so it continues to be a circle of win-win for everybody. As long as we can keep this all afloat, as it were, we're doing well.
What touches me is, and for those listeners out there, should touch you too, is some of these kids live 10 miles or less from the coast, and they've never seen the ocean, or they've never experienced being on a boat. For most of them, they've never had that experience. And this is an introduction into sport fishing and having a great day on the water and having fun and seeing the birds and gripping that bait, and the scales are all over the place, and just having a good time.
But we're kind of, in general conversation, we're saying we're taking kids fishing. The real life thing is there could be kids that we take out that it changes their whole new attitude. Mm-hmm. Maybe they decide that being on the streets and doing bad things is not as much fun as being on the ocean. Maybe they want to be
happens
a skipper.
All the time.
Maybe they want to be a biologist.
Yeah, it's happened to many of the kids.
Many times.
Yes.
When you look at the impressions, and the impressions are the amount of kids that have gone out, how much good has it done? It's very hard to measure. It's almost like advertising. You look for instant gratification, but the kids got to grow up before they can become anything.
Right.
But there is kids coming now whose parents went out on the boat.
We're part of the program.
We're part of the program,
wow.
Yeah. And so that's how long the program's been going. It's been going since 1999. So.
All right. So, Mike, let's begin to wreck Tim Baker's day by giving out his phone number, so people can get these Reel a Week tickets and take advantage of that $1,000 bonus Turner's Outdoorsman's gift certificate.
The easiest way to get a hold of Tim is to leave your name and phone number clearly so he can understand you.
He won't answer.
909. there's no way this guy's answering the phone at this point. He's already, the regular guys that already have his number in their speed dial are already calling him. So he is busy. And I know for a fact he had some people calling him this morning before the show started because they knew that this was coming. So anyway, Tim's phone number is 909-223-9631. 909-223-9631. All he needs is your name and phone number clearly, and if there's a specific time of day that you're available or not, let him know that as well. He is going to return these calls in the order that they come in, but if you say, look, I'm not going to be here till this evening, that's when he'll call you back. These tickets will sell out, but I don't think, based on what we've done in the past, I think we're good for a couple of days here, and because he can only return so many phone calls, so be patient. He's not ignoring you. He will call you back. The other way to get to him is send him an email, tim@RolloKids.org. tim@RolloKids.org. Now, you cannot order tickets online, but you can leave your name and phone number and information, and he will call you back based on that as well. So he's going to be a very busy dude.
So Tim at Rollo, ROLLO, kids, KIDS.org is the email address. And then one more time, the phone number? 909-223-9631. All right, very good.
And it's best to leave that number twice, and say it slowly, because on cell phones sometimes you roll around, you get muffled, and we don't want to miss a call. If you do it twice and do it slowly.
As you can hear, we have a great show lined up for today. A lot to talk about with not only the Rollo Kids organization, but fishing, man. We can pick Harold's brain about fishing up in Morro Bay. We can talk to Corey about calico fishing, about bluefin fishing, and
our ocean is alive, Pete.
It's alive.
It is, and we've got a lot to talk about and a lot coming up. The number here, 213-432-1090. That's our number here at Let's Talk Hookup. Or you can text us via the app and only through the app. And when you do so, you definitely want to leave your name and telephone number, because at the end of the show today, we are giving away a 5-pack for this Real Week deal, which also enters you into the two different $1,000 Turner's Outdoorsman gift cards, man. I can't get over that. What a cool deal,
right? So one caller or texter will win that $100 package of 5 tickets for Real Week and be entered into the 2 Turner's Outdoorsman $1,000 gift certificates.
Harold's got the coin right in front of him. He's going to flip that coin at the end of the show, and we're going to be taking your calls, fish reports, and more when we return on the Let's Talk Hookup app. The Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio.
One of the dream trips for most anglers is Alaska. There are so many lodges. How do you make a choice? It's easy. Choose the one most Let's Talk Hookup listeners return to time after time. Kingfisher Charters in Sitka, Alaska. No one does it better than Kingfisher Charters. They offer the best service, the most comfortable accommodations, fantastic food, and the finest charter captains in Sitka. All for the ultimate value. One visit and you will understand why nobody beats Kingfisher Charters. Sitka is famous for some of the best runs of salmon in Alaska. And if giant Alaskan halibut is your target, the expert captains at Kingfisher Charters know the hot spots and can put you on a fish of a lifetime. Plenty of rockfish and huge lingcod are there too. And when it comes to fish processing, the best in Alaska is Kingfisher Charters. It's all included in your package. In fact, everything is included except tips. It is truly amazing how the Kingfisher crew continues the quality of service they deliver year after year. Kingfisher Charters, 800-727-6136, or check KingfisherCharters.com.
As the inventor and world leader in fluorocarbon, Seagar has you covered with 4-liter choices to help you catch more fish. Gold Label is Seagar's thinnest and strongest leader. Floral Premier has a thin diameter with high break strength and softness. Blue Label is tough as nails with incredible abrasion resistance and impact strength. And Pink Label is the choice for tough light conditions. From 2 pounds to 400 pounds, pick up a spool of Seagar at your favorite tackle dealer or visit Seagar.com. For quality. The Islander out of Fisherman's Landing is a favorite among anglers, but Islander Charter is much more than great fishing. They also do incredible Guadalupe white shark diving trips, as well as a schedule of kayak mothership trips. Check out islander-charters.com. The Islander is San Diego's leader when it comes to 1 1/2 to 5-day fishing. Experience the Islander difference. Visit islander-charters.com for all the details. Cast Tours is a family-owned and operated travel company that specializes in taking you to great fishing destinations. They take pride in providing the best and most affordable vacation packages available. Cast Tours has been creating unique sport fishing and vacation trips for decades. Whether it's a fishing trip or a family vacation, they will provide you the service and value you deserve. Call Cast Tours at 800-593-6510 or check casttours.com. For your next fishing adventure, check Point Loma Sport Fishing. They offer half-day trips on the Daily Double and full-day trips on the Mission Bell every day. Perfect for novice or seasoned fishermen. Point Loma Sport Fishing also offers overnight to multi-day trips on the American Angler, Vagabond, Intrepid, Independence, Loan, T-Bird, Game Changer, and more. Visit PointLomaSportFishing.com where you can purchase tickets online. Want to go fishing? Point Loma Sport Fishing has you covered.
All right, good morning. Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. Man, we've got a loaded day ahead of us with Mike and Harold, friends of Rollo, Captain Rollo's kids.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah, it's so much good stuff. And now we're getting flooded with calls. We're getting flooded with texts. And I just got a nice text from Mike in Santa Cruz listening to us on the Let's Talk Hookup app. He says, I already had a nice chat with Tim this morning and got my tickets. Great guy, great organization. Thanks for everything you do for our industry. So
how cool is that?
Thanks for that, Mike. We appreciate that. And thanks for listening to us on the Let's Talk Hookup app up there. Very, very good. So let's, without further ado, jump into the phones there, Corey.
Yeah, I think we need to for sure. How about John? John from Seaforth.
Good morning,
Good
guys.
morning, John.
I'm just stoked. I'm stoked. I'm over here at Seaforth getting ready to go on a 3-day. And I'm just happy to talk to you guys and say good morning. And I'm been up all night waiting to go on the trip like a little kid at Christmas time, right? So
exactly.
I just was happy to be here and excited to go fishing and right. You guys have a good day.
All right. Hey, before you get on that trip, you need to call Tim Baker and get your Reel a Week tickets because you need some more reels and a $1,000 gift card to Turner's Outdoorsman. So get on that, all right? I guess we lost John there. Thanks a lot for the call this morning. Hey, before we move into the next call, I want to talk about because I'll forget because we have so much going on today. I want to talk about our Kingfisher Charters trip to Sitka. We had our 26th annual was it 25th or 26th? Maybe it was 25th. A lot of years.
Hey, when you can't remember,
past
it's a lot.
2 decades, right, of Kingfisher Charters trips, and it was fantastic. You know, first of all, Seth and his crew did such a fantastic job. I mean, they've had COVID, as everybody knows, there's been COVID issues everywhere, and they're trying to protect their skippers. So, unfortunately, we weren't able to have our meals in the big dining room together, but we had our meals in our private dining room in our unit there at Kingfisher, and I felt sorry for the poor girls because they had to run up and down the stairs. Like, we need more food, and they'd bring it, man. The food was great and everything, but the operation there is so seamless. I mean, they pick from when they pick you up at the airport, they have your license there. All you do is put a signature on it and you're done. You don't have to worry about getting your own license. They do everything.
Everything's taken care of.
Everything is taken care of, like we always say with Kingfisher. And as far as, I don't know how in the world he held the price this year of the $30.95, I think it was this year, with all the gas prices and stuff like that. I don't know how they did that, but they did. And he's only going up $200 next year, so it's $32.95 in 23, which I'm blown away at. I don't know how he's doing it. But for what you get for that price, it's fantastic accommodations. The food is fantastic. You never really have to pay for anything except like liquor and your tips, and that's it. That's all you pay for. But the captains at Kingfisher are by far the best in Alaska. There's a lot of captains in Alaska, but Kingfisher always gets the cream of the crop because they keep them the busiest because he's always full and he's already done. And Harold, you've been there, you know.
Oh yeah, it was fantastic.
Yeah, it's an unbelievable operation. And we got so lucky. The day before we got there, it was blowing 35 knots. I was like, oh, that doesn't look good. Yeah. And then the day we left, it was blowing 25 knots. So the days we got to fish, it wasn't blowing at all.
It was all perfect.
And we had like bright blue skies one day, 2 days actually, and just beautiful conditions on the water, and fishing was fantastic. The king salmon fishing was excellent. Everybody got their limits. They were a little smaller this year than normal, maybe 15 to 20 pound average, but still nice grade. Halibut fishing was excellent. We got our limits halibut, and then we went. Steve Pinard and I both brought our electric reels when we fished with Heath, and we went. And you don't need electric reels, but it sure made it nice. We were fishing 1,400 feet for sable fish or black cod, and we had limits of those for our 2 days. You get 16 with 4 people. You get 4 per person.
On the sable fish.
Yeah, on the sable fish. We had 16 2 days in a row on sable fish. Wow. So we got our 2 day limits on sable fish. And I mean, I'm talking like it would take about 10 minutes to chum them in, and pretty much every drop you can allow 2 hooks, and every drop we'd had 2 on the line. Plus these giant short rakers. And I don't know if you saw our Facebook post with Steve holding up, I don't know, it was like a 20-pound short raker.
So what's a short raker?
It's kind of like a yellow eye, but uglier.
Good eating.
Yeah, fantastic eating.
Okay.
Yeah, fantastic eating. It's a rockfish. It's like a big rockfish. And so we had our limits of short raker. We had limits of, so both Monday and Tuesday we had limits of black cod, limits of short rakers, limits of halibut, limits of king salmon.
Wow.
So, yeah.
You talk about all that. I mean, the harvest you're bringing home.
Oh my gosh,
is truly a harvest.
And so when you come back, they vacuum pack, and do the finest job of vacuum packing and sealing.
As good as Fisherman's Processing? As good as good.
Okay. I mean, it's definitely the best in Alaska, for sure. I go to a lot of Alaska lodges. Nobody does it better than Kingfisher. Mm-hmm. It is definitely the quality of Fisherman's Processing, which is the best here. So it's that high quality. And when you come home, I came home with like 80 pounds of fillets.
Wow.
80.
Crazy.
Do the numbers.
That's a pound, pound and half a day you get.
Yeah.
Salmon, halibut,
all
sable
like
fish.
$35 to $40 a pound in a quality seafood market, right?
Sure.
So
wait. I'm starting to add this up. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's a fantastic operation. Excellent food. The personnel there are fantastic. Seth Bone and his whole staff, Robert and David there. Alaska Airlines lost our luggage on the way up, and so Steve and myself and my buddy Pat, and so it was going to come out on a midnight flight. Well, we had to get up at 4:30 in the morning to go fishing, right? Because the vans leave at 5:45, so you have breakfast and then you go fishing. David, who works there, went down at midnight, picked up our luggage, and when we got up at 4:30, our luggage was at the front door of our place there.
That's crazy.
And so we got our stuff. But that's the kind of service that they give you there. Yeah, because at Alaska at Sitka, they go, well, aren't you going to deliver the luggage? Like, no, we don't do that. I was like, seriously?
Yeah.
But they got 2 people at the airport.
Yeah.
One of them's a pilot.
Yeah. But that's the kind of service they do. But it is truly an outrageously good operation. What I understand, that from what I know, for our 2023 trip, Father's Day special this year, we moved back to our regular dates, which are going to be June 18 through 22 of 2023. There were 3 spots left.
That's it. You mean for next year?
Yeah, for next year. And like I say, he only raised the price to $200, which I can't understand how he's pulling that off, but he is.
Oh, I'd love to do that again.
And so, if you want to go with us, like I say, you better get on it. Kingfisher Charters, 800-727-6136, kingfishercharters.com. You can link it right on the front page of the Let's Talk Hookup website there, right to the Kingfisher Charters website, see all that's going on. But whether you go with us or whether you go with them. I know they have a few scattered spots left in August this year, which is great silver and big king salmon fishing in August up there. If you want to go this year or you go next year, just get on it because they fill up quickly. It is the best deal and one of the best operations in Alaska, bar none.
This sounds like a lot of fun.
We'll be doing some stories in our newsletter and site here coming up real soon, but if you looked at our Facebook posts, I know Ricky did a lot of Facebook posts and stuff like that. And if you go into Fisherman's Landing Tackle, Brandon from World's Greatest Fisherman went with us, and I heard he dropped a little delivery for you.
He did,
of some fish. Did you eat some?
Lord, we did actually.
The quality's amazing, right?
The cod and the rockfish. It's that cold water. I know we have cod and rockfish and stuff here, but coming from that cold water, it's completely different quality.
Yeah.
Like it's fatty. It's just delicious. Yeah.
So just ask anybody that's been there. Yeah. They always. That's why the trip fills up so fast because everybody just rebooks. It's like just put me on for next year.
Here's the funny thing. Brandon put it as toward it's like going grocery shopping. Like you have your target for the day and what you're going to go fish for. It's almost, I hate to say guaranteed, but it's like. That's the style of fishing. Like it's absolutely good fishing.
But then you get the Alaska experience with the incredible scenery around you and whales.
You mentioned whales.
Whales everywhere. Yeah. And the days that we had crystal clear, I mean, it was just like being in heaven. It was a spectacular snow-capped peaks all around you, surrounding you. It was really amazing. Eagles everywhere. Yeah, we were feeding the eagles. We'd catch some rockfish and conk them over the head and how they know, because we were fishing the shore close to shore one day, and how they know they have. You heard the term eagle eye? It really is true because you wouldn't see them anywhere in sight, right?
And from a mile away,
we'd conk a rockfish on the head. It'd float right behind the boat, and within 30 seconds, here he comes from out of nowhere, and whoop. Grabs it and takes it. Yeah.
Wow.
That's Alaska. It's spectacular.
That was cool when we were at Queen Charlotte last year.
Yeah.
And when the eagles would come down to the beach, you could hear them drag their talons across the rocks before they would pick up.
Really?
Yeah, you see the rocks kind of splatter.
How cool.
Yeah, they were feeding them right in front of the lodge.
Bald eagles. And there's golden eagles. Is it golden eagles?
Bald.
They're all bald.
Well, they're all bald, but I think there's also...
Are there golden eagles?
There's a golden eagle, and a golden eagle's bigger than a bald eagle.
Yeah. Up in Alaska, I don't know.
Yeah, but Brandon mentioned it. I don't know.
Are they really?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe. I don't know. I've never seen one up there. But
You don't know, say no?
Yeah, I'll have to ask Brandon, But anyway, Queen Charlotte, another great place, right?
Well,
it's a totally different experience.
That's a whole different topic of discussion, is when you talk about places you recommend to go. Because you have been there, you've seen the operation, you've checked the quality of the boats, the quality of the captains, the quality of the fish care, the ease to get in and out, and I've never been to any operation that you've suggested to go to that has been a bad trip.
Right.
Well, that's the reason. Kingfisher in how many years?
26
25 or 26 years.
Yeah.
And when you go to any of the locations, it's just you pick one because they're everywhere from Panama to Alaska. Those trips are just quality, no nonsense. The best you're going to get. There's a lot of trips in Alaska. There's a ton of lodges in Alaska. But your experience is going to be different in each one of them.
Right.
And if you're going to spend the money and you're going to buy the airfare and you're going to take the time, you want to have a good experience.
Right.
And you want to have the best you can for the bucks you get.
Yes.
And I know that we went to some places before that were very expensive, but it wasn't...
As Marty used to always say... It's not always what the brochure promises.
Exactly.
That's the way and that says it perfect because, there's so many Alaska lodges. It's like, how do you choose one? Well,
like
take it from people that have been there.
Like going to Katmai.
Yes. Same thing.
And then when we're going down the river, there's those guys in those tents sleeping out there, and the bears walking on the other end of the island. I didn't think that was the best accommodations going. They're in a tent, and there's a bear like 400 yards from them.
And not just a black bear, but brown bears.
No, they're all brown bears.
No, this was a keeper. He would bring religion.
But and we're in the boat going, "Hi, bear." Yeah. But no, that's and that's another place, Katmai. Queen Charlotte Safaris, Whalers Cove Lodge, Kingfisher, they're all top of the line places. All offer a totally different experience. So
every one of them.
People ask, and I had this question a lot: how do you compare Queen Charlotte Safaris with Kingfisher charters? Okay, so
apples, oranges.
Yes. So here's how I would say it, and I don't know, you've been to both, Harold, and you can say it. Kingfisher charters is the ultimate eat, sleep, fish operation. Mm-hmm. Basically, you are on a water all day long. You basically come back, you eat, and you go to bed, and you get up and do it again. And the fish processing is none better. The boats are top quality. The fishing is excellent, and you have a chance to catch many different species of Alaskan fish up there. And my take on so it would be, for my wife, Lolly, it would be like a living hell for her at Kingfisher, because she's not an ocean person, and she gets seasick. So because you're fishing in the open ocean.
Yeah, this is real.
This is real. And so if you're not picking the days, and you can, every boat is individual, and you can see how seaworthy everybody is in the boat, and there's a lot of places inside you can fish at Kingfisher,
and still do very well.
And still do
behind
well.
the volcano. We used to go in behind the volcano.
And fish for salmon and stuff like that. But you need to have some sea legs at Kingfisher, because the weather changes like every minute.
Well,
right?
at the time we were up there, it was like 15 foot.
Yeah, that was the worst.
That was the worst. Yeah. I'm standing on the back.
It was you and me and Bob Fletcher and
Steve.
And Steve, yeah.
Steve Bernard, yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So seaworthy guys, but it was like, man, this is scary.
So the difference between Kingfisher and Queen Charlotte.
So in other words, if you're going as a couple, make sure that you're taking a seaworthy couple with you. If you're going with your significant other and she's not quite a seaworthy, Queen Charlotte Safaris would be a great choice for still ocean fishing, because even though you're fishing the open ocean, for the salmon you're fishing in a protected zone,
extremely protected,
and because Valerie runs Queen Charlotte, it has that ladies touch, so it's a little more friendly, and it's smaller groups. It's not all guys, it's a lot of couples, versus Kingfisher's, it's probably 90% guys probably.
And there's hiking trails
and
there's
stuff.
A golf course,
and there's
nice
other stuff
to do.
Right there at Kingfisher.
No, at
Queen Charlotte.
At Queen Charlotte.
Okay.
So and the fishing is good. I mean, the halibut fishing and the lingcod fishing's off the charts at Queen Charlotte. But they don't anchor. So there's the halibut fishing is so. I mean, you can have good days if you have the right day. You can have good days of halibut fishing. The lingcod fishing's off the charts.
What about salmon?
The king salmon fishing is off the charts.
At Queen Charlotte.
Big king salmon.
We'd bring them up alongside the boat, and if they weren't 30-plus pounds, we'd just kind of reach over and turn them loose.
That's a little bit of an exaggeration, but
the second week.
It depends on the day, but certainly.
Everything.
But everything 25 pounds. It's like,
but they get good ones there.
Oh, unbelievable! Wow. And you catch chums, and you catch silvers, and other species of salmon. So that's kind of and then of course then you go to Katmai. And it's a totally different experience, because you're fishing in the river, you're fishing for salmon, you're fishing among bears and eagles and moose and stuff like that. So every Alaskan experience is different. Yeah.
And it's awesome when I hear Valerie on the show. Yeah. I mean, she.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
The only drag for Queen Charlotte is you do have to go into another country. You need your passport. And now Canada is requiring vaccinations. So if you're not vaxxed, you can't go. And so that's
creates boundaries.
You got to take an antigen test before you fly out.
No, you don't. Not anymore. No more of that.
I thought I just got a text.
Nope, not anymore.
Oh,
yeah, that's over. Yeah,
okay.
That if you're coming back, they finally finished that last week. So
that was a jump through the hoop.
Yeah, for sure. So that's made it a lot easier. And next year at Queen Charlotte, it'll be a lot easier, because they'll have 2 flights instead of 1 flight. You won't have to necessarily overnight in Vancouver. You could go straight through and in and out. So anyway, that's my long-winded take on different, because people are always asking, well, what about Queen Charlotte? What about Kingfisher Charters? What about Katmai Lodge? What about those places?
And I've never been, so it's interesting, for a guy like myself to hear.
Yeah. So you ask guys like, and that's Harold's been to them all, so that's why I say it's great.
Well, don't ask Harold. You said you didn't want it to be long-winded.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to butt in.
Anyway, let's get back to Mike Lum, and let's get back to Harold. Let's get back to what we're talking about here. Let's go ahead and jump back in the phones.
Oh, let's do it, Pete. Let's have Benjamin join us. Good morning. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup, Benjamin from Carlsbad.
Hey, how you guys doing, man? It's a pleasure to listen to you. You know, every time I hear about Rollo, friends of Rollo, it just makes my heart smile. Just a great thing to hear. I was just going to ask, do you ever fish with any swim bait or any jigs for those fish, or is it straight fin bait, or how do you catch them?
And what fish are we talking about?
I'm talking about when you're up in Alaska for those big old cods and those link cods.
No, actually, we got some of Corey's big old slugs.
Oh, yeah.
And I caught reds and caught lings on them. The guy looks at that and he goes, "What's that?" I said, "Well, that's a pretty good bait." He says, "It's just a cigar." I said, "Hang on."
Yeah, just stand by and watch.
Yeah, they especially the link cod.
Oh, they ate it.
They catch those. I caught a 46-incher this trip. You had to let him go, but he was like a 50-pound link cod on the slug.
Lord.
Yeah.
The one you had it last year, the year before.
Oh, that was at Whalers Cove Lodge.
That thing was a dinosaur.
Almost a record. Yeah, it was 53 inches. Yeah,
that was prehistoric.
And they said it was what, 65 or 60
something
pounds.
like
and
that.
That one was on the slug too.
Yes, on the slug. Yeah, for sure. But you catch halibut on the slugs. Yep. You know, rockfish, everything. Yeah. So
I didn't catch a salmon on one.
Yeah,
you did?
I did not.
Oh, you did not.
No,
so
the reason it works so good is because there's no resistance. Like in that current in the deeper water, you can use a 2 to 6 ounce lead head and get it down. Though.
12 ounces.
12 ounces. Okay.
Yeah.
12 to 16.
Yeah. It depends on the current. Yeah. Because you're fishing deep, 250 to 350 feet.
Okay, I got you.
At times we're fishing 400 feet. So yeah, but no, they work, and they also work on halibut too. You know, it's funny because I do, getting a little older, and doing that jigging is sometimes gets on you. It's a workout. So you're like, here, you want to try it for a while, but you have bait rods out to attract the scent of all the critters coming in. So you have baited up hooks, and that's the whole key, is you've got to have the 4 rods in the rod holders attracting the fish, and then you jig around that.
Is it herring, or what are you using for?
Guts, like salmon guts, really? Salmon chunks. Like we caught a bunch of chums, a bunch of pink salmon, and that's like the ultimate bait. Just put chunks of salmon on there.
And you'll hook halibut on that?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. And
but it brings all the other fish
and
around.
Lingcod and rockfish and everything.
Or you can make a chum bag. If you make a chum bag, you can tie it on your anchor line because the current's going back underneath the boat, and just drop it down right on your anchor.
Never heard of that one.
Oh yeah.
You know what that reminds me of?
You don't go do yourself.
That reminds me of Tommy's unigoop. That's actually what they would do sometimes. Put it down in the anchor line.
Yeah, well,
good times.
Yeah, no, it's a good experience there. It's great. So thanks a lot for the call this morning. Yeah, you have a great text there.
Yeah, I mean, we can't forget we're on the Reel a Week program here, and I mean, we're talking fun and good times. Yeah. Chris Wheaton sends us a text, and he says he's won 2 reels over the years and plans on buying 5 more this year. And he says thanks to you guys for putting it on.
Well, thanks for your support.
Yeah,
and it's people like you that make this whole thing possible.
Right? Yeah, no kidding. Well, hey, phones are packed up, but if you want to get through, JP's standing by there. 213-432-1090, open right now.
All right. Hey, and not only that number, Pete, but we're giving away a 5-pack for that Reel a Week, and that also enters you into the 2 $1,000 Turner's Outdoorsman's gift cards. Like Pete said, 213-432-1090, or text us via the app. We're going to be right back with more of Captain Rollo's Kids at Sea. We've got the fish reports, your calls, and more when we return on the Let's Talk Hookup app, the Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio.
Here's John Ireland for Rancho Leonero.
Rancho Leonero is very family-oriented. People have brought their children down, and now they're bringing their children. It's not unusual to have 3 generations of family at the hotel. Grandpa, Dad, and normally sons, sometimes daughters. The families come back year after year, and it's a safe place for the kids. It's small, it's intimate, right on the water. 2 miles of beachfront. The water's very shallow in front. There's no currents to speak of, no waves. We have child care, $10 a day for a babysitter. Security is high at Rancho Lane Arrow. It's really unnecessary, but it adds up comfort level. And we really do encourage the families. It's a great place for family reunions, family get-togethers, weddings. We do it all. 1-800-646-2252, 646-BAJA. And RanchoLaneArrow.com. There's nowhere that I could think of to have the same atmosphere and the same experience that you get at Rancho Lane Arrow. We love families.
Sandin here, and calico fishing being so good, we got to talk about Shimano Tranks. When you're targeting calico bass, what's your favorite Tranks?
Pete, there's either the 200 or the 300 Tranks, and we talk about this almost every week, Pete. I am in the shop purchasing these. It's not Shimano sending them to me.
To you. That's the reel that you target.
It is honest. It is an honest endorsement for an awesome reel. They have power, the drag. Last year, legal sea bass, 20, 25 pounds on the 200 size reel. 300's my favorite. 200, even jig and rockfish, man.
I took my Shimano Tranks 300 to Alaska, and I caught salmon on it. I caught rockfish on it. Caught halibut on it. Lingcod. I caught a slot limit lingcod of 37, probably like a 20-pound lingcod on it, and it does it. It's got the power.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So.
And Brandon was telling me the guide uses the 200 Tranks up in the shallows fishing rockfish.
Fishing rockfish.
And on the 200 size.
On the 200.
I love the guy already.
Yeah, for sure. Shimano Tranks at your local Shimano dealer.
The state-of-the-art long-range sport fishing vessel, the Independence, delivers the top quality, comfort, and fishability you look for in a long-range boat. Veteran captains Mark Bizzano and Paul Strasser built this incredible 112-foot vessel with the most modern technology and luxurious comfort available. Once you go on the Independence, you'll be back. Call Independence Sports Fishing at 619-226-6006 or check independencesportfishing.com.
I can't wait to spend some quality time with my son fishing this year, teaching him about casting, how to choose baits, set the hook, and how to be safe on the water by always wearing a life jacket. Save the ones you love. A message from California State Parks Division of Boating and Waterways.
All right, welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio. We're having so much fun, and if you want to join us, 213-432-1090. That's your chance. Here is one open line.
Yeah, and you have a chance to win that 5-pack of Reel a Week tickets, including that entry into the $2,000 Turner's Outdoorsman gift card. So
crazy deal, really.
Either a texter or a caller is going to win that $100 package of Reel a Week tickets here, and then Carol's going to flip the coin at the end of the show to see if it's a texter or a caller. So you want to get through, text or call. We always say it, callers have a better chance than the texters because we get hundreds of texts, and you can only get we only have 6 phone lines. So,
right, exactly.
You can have a chance to get in there. Cass just let me know that he's traveling right now, so he's going to do his report tomorrow. But in the meantime, this report sponsored in part by Anza Knives, creating handcrafted knives for over 3 decades. Check out the Fish Pro series and other custom fillet knives from Anza, made from high carbon steel, which holds that great edge, and it's easy to sharpen. Anza knives are the finest fillet knives ever produced. Anza also offers knives for military, law enforcement, all kinds of stuff too. Check AnzaKnives.com for more information and get that Fish Pro series now at Fisherman's Processing. So phones are packed up. You have another text there, Corey?
Yeah, and it's we're doing this reel a week, and it's such a cool deal, right? Like 25 weeks worth of reels, and purchasing a ticket for $25, or if you buy 4 at $100, you get the 5th one free.
Correct.
And this message comes from Paul, and it's important text to read just so everyone else knows. Paul says, Harold and Mike, FYI, left Tim my contact info by 7:30 this morning, and didn't want to miss his chance for the Turner's gift card and the reels, and keep up the great work. But he hasn't heard back from Tim yet, but that's kind of in the process, right?
Well, I'm sure his little fingers are going 100 miles an hour to get information.
No, I haven't, which is a good thing, because usually it's profanity when he's contacting me.
On a kid's fishing program.
But let's keep this in perspective. We have one guy that's handling all of this, and I would imagine by now he probably has somewhere around 75 calls to return. So you might not hear back from him until later today. It doesn't mean you're not in order, you're not in line. Just be patient. He'll get back to you, and that's how it will go. But he will get back to you, and if you've done your part and left your name and phone number clearly, then he will get back to you, and you'll get tickets. And that's just the process we have to use. I wish we could do this a little bit more modern. I wish we could allow this to be done online. It would be so much easier.
Yes.
But the state of California has laws against selling raffle tickets. A nonprofit cannot sell raffle tickets in California online. It has to be done in person or over the phone. And so we're stuck with the system we have to use. But you know what? We've been doing it this way now for quite a few years. And at the end of the day, it always works out. And people get their tickets, and the kids get to go fishing. So we have to put up with it.
Yes, and the other way to do it is, and because it's all timestamped too, is send an email to him at tim@rollokids.org, tim@rollokids.org, and it's timestamped, so you'll still get in there, right, Mike?
Yes, I'm just basing it on what we've done in the past. Reel a Week builds every year. It gets more popular every single year. But typically, it takes several days for us to completely sell out of tickets. So if you call in today or tomorrow, I have no doubt that you're gonna get your tickets. It may take you a day or two to get this resolved, but it's just not that big of a hassle. You just have to leave a number, and especially if it's your cell phone number and you carry your cell phone with you, Tim will call you back, and if he doesn't get you, he'll return the call. He's very persistent, and he does a good job with getting everybody caught up. So we appreciate everyone's patience, and I can't believe the demand we have for these tickets every year is just amazing.
That's why you should call as soon as possible.
Well,
for sure. I would definitely call as soon as possible.
I can believe it because all the reels and the two $1,000 gift cards to Turner's Outdoorsman. Sure. I mean, spend $100 and you've got a chance to win a $300 reel or $1,000. Are you kidding me?
They may surprise you, Mike, this year for sure.
Absolutely.
Let's go ahead and jump back on the phone.
Let's do it. How about Rich? Rich calling from Camarillo. Good morning, Rich. Appreciate you joining us.
Good morning, everyone. I'm calling to ask a question about San Diego, but first I want to let my old friend Mike Lum know that I've called Tim, and I'm waiting for my call back for the tickets.
Well,
so anyway, I'm going on to San Diego on Tuesday. Oh, you're welcome. I'm going on to San Diego on Tuesday, and I've changed my outfits probably 20 times. What should I take for that trip?
Oh, man. Fishing with Booger or fishing with Matt there on the San Diego, man, it's all been bluefin and a few kelp yellows. And if you've seen any of the fish they're catching, they could get on a spot at 20 to 60 pounders. And within that spot or the next spot, you're looking at 100 to 200 pounders.
Right.
So
they're recommending 30 to 40 pound outfit and an 80 to 100 pound outfit.
For exactly the reason I just laid out.
Yeah, and that's pretty much, and maybe bring a 60 pound outfit too, something like that, but leave the light stuff at home.
Or bring that bait rod maybe for the kelp yellow,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like a 20 or 30 pound outfit, something like that. But it's pretty much been all big fish. So be prepared with a big outfit. And if you don't have it, C4 Sport Fishing rents great outfits that are appropriate for that.
All right.
Hey, thanks for the call.
Yeah, it's a good one for sure. We're going to be right back on Let's Talk Hookup, taking your calls, fish reports, and more when we return on the Let's Talk Hookup app. The Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio.
Rock Cod Rick here to tell you about Parker Boats and the guys at West Coast Marine. By now, you all know my boat partner and I bought a new 25 Parker center console from crew at West Coast Marine in Costa Mesa. We've known for a long time that a Parker was the boat for us. It's a stout workhorse of a boat built to last and get you home when the seas get rough. Parker Boats at the launch ramp, the offshore tuna grounds. You wake up in the morning on an overnight trip and there they are. Parker Boats of all sizes, fishing in the same areas as the sporties. There's a good reason for it: fishability and seaworthiness. West Coast Marine has several new Parkers in stock and ready for delivery, and they have more on the way. Don't get caught without a reliable boat when fishing is this good. Take it from me, if you're ready for a new Parker at a fair, upfront, and honest deal, you need to see West Coast Marine. Check out the inventory and information at westcoastmarine.com.
The name that stands out among anglers is Fisherman's Landing, your top choice in local and long-range fishing. Hi, this is Doug Kern. Our hard-working crew will make sure your fishing experience is one to remember. We offer the finest open party trips from 1 to 3 days, the best charter boats available, and of course, our world-renowned long-range fleet is second to none. Fisherman's Landing is a full-service operation offering great half-day trips on the Dolphin and full-day open party trips on the spacious and comfortable Liberty. Since we introduced the full-day trips at Fisherman's Landing, the 85-foot Liberty has become a favorite among full-day operations with bunks for your comfort, huge bait capacity, and RSW fish holds to keep your catch fresh. Plus, Liberty has a big modern galley and 2 interior heads with showers. All our open party trips from half-day, full, or 1 to 3 day trips can easily be booked online at fishermanslanding.com or give us a call at 619-221-8500. I'll see you at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego.
The future comes standard at your San Diego County Ford dealers, so swing on by and check out the legendary Ford F-150, the smart and capable Ford Ranger, and the all-new Ford Bronco Sport. New inventory is arriving daily, and your San Diego County Ford dealer is here to help you build and order the truck or SUV of your dreams. Want to make sure you get the right truck to tow your boat? They'll help you order the right configuration to meet your needs. Want to make sure you get the right SUV to haul your gear on your next adventure? They've got you covered there too. Escape, Edge, Bronco Sport, Explorer, and Expedition. They've got the SUV that's perfect for you. If it isn't on the lot, they'll order it and get you exactly what you need. They want your trade, so swing by your nearest San Diego County Ford dealer or visit buyfordnow.com to see all the great deals. They'll be glad to hook you up.
When you want to catch big bluefin tuna, you need Shimano. Hi, this is Doug Kern from Fisherman's Landing Tackle, the saltwater tackle professionals. The Shimano Beastmaster is the pinnacle of electric reels. Shimano's Gigamax motor packs a winding strength up to 250 pounds, ideal for kite fishing and more. Shimano's butterfly flat-fall jigs are irresistible to bluefin tuna because they stay in the strike zone longer. Shimano makes a complete line of butterfly flat-fall jigs to target your favorite game fish. For all your Shimano needs, visit us at Fisherman's Landing Tackle at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego.